Good afternoon, everybody. This is the Zoom presentation for the Presentation Saturday Club meeting for the High Desert Amateur Radio Club. To ensure attendance will be accurately taken, can you please put your full name in your name box? And let me look around. Yep, there's David Hill, Thomas, Rich, Robert. Everybody looks like they got their full name in there, so that's great. This meeting is open at 2 p.m. This is a public Zoom meeting of the High Desert Amateur Radio Club and is open to club members, non-members, and the general public. There's no defined quorum for this meeting. First up this day, we will have our club meeting, followed by our presentation for today. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and let me grab the flag here. Okay, put my flag out. Okay, hand over the heart there. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. It doesn't look like the club secretary is joining us today. Will the vice president call the roll?
Yes, in 2 seconds. Okay, president is here, vice president is here. We have the treasurer, Thomas, is present, and it does not appear that the secretary is here. And I don't believe there's any board members here. And then we have, let's see, I have everybody else here. I have everybody else noticed here, David, for the people in attendance.
Okay, since the secretary is not here, can I have the vice president read the minutes of the last meeting so they can be amended if needed and approved?
Yes, I will do this.
I'll drink to that.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. The meeting of 5/15/21 began at 10 a.m. President David Ham called the meeting to order and the Pledge of Allegiance. A roll call was done by the vice president. All officers were in attendance and no board members. There were no minutes of a prior meeting and there was no treasurer's report. Ed KC2LM talked about Outback, New Mexico once a month. On Thursday to the Manzano foothills. There's no road, 4x4 only. June 19th, I guess that's today, is the tailgate. We were all there. Jim KO5V, his camera wasn't on. He had nothing to report. Jim Cager AF5FH said the testing session was good today. And he's happy that the community room will be available again. I believe next month it is. Glorietta Pass event was postponed till 6/12/21. Bob Ween reported field day, no venue yet. Yule Brachter was looking at a site near Tingley Beach for field day. Old Business continued to bring amateur radio to the public, and we're looking for a Parks on the Air coordinator. New Business, Wednesday emails. There was no general discussion. Talked about the flag to us, the upper left stars. Classes at all levels are offered at the old meeting place. The extra classes will be somewhere else. The Elma PS volunteer examiner test session. More info is at AE5CZ, Alpha Echo 5. colorzubu@arrl.net. Leave my brain alone, Bill. Don't look at me that way. Okay, David reported we're on the list, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. third Saturday. So hopefully July, we're going to be there at the police station. And David was also talking to VHF repeater owners to move Saturday nets to the 2 meter, perhaps in June. Move to adjourn by N2GJ was second by Roy Neal, and President Ham adjourned the meeting at 10:14.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes as they're read? Can I have a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes.
Can I have a second?
Second,
Who said second?
Al Miller.
Thank you, Al. Okay. And all in favor, thumbs up? All in disagreement? Okay, I think it passed just fine. Now, treasurer's report. Thomas Sipp, if you could give us a report.
So basically, we opened the brand new account on May 21st. David Ham basically seeded the account. We've had a couple of deposits, well, a few deposits, mostly from testing for April and May, and then through either PayPal or checks for membership. After making all of our, required payments and debits and credits, our balance as of yesterday is $110.46.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Are there, let's see, I don't see any, no other committee coordinator reports. No, I don't see any other committee coordinators except for Jim Cager. Anything on the VE action, Jim?
Yes, briefly, we tested this morning from 9 to 9:50. We had 5 people testing, 4 passed their technician, 1 passed both the technician and general. So we'll have 5 new hams in the community. And we encourage them all to join the local clubs. And those of you that have been following, numbers are a bit down this month as regards to previous month. My opinion is it's not anything that we in the local community are doing. It's just that honestly, folks that work for a living have been like going to work, coming home and hiding under their bed from COVID. And now it's like, oh, you mean I can actually go visit my dad or something, or go fishing with my cousin? All of that is taking priority over getting ham radio license testing right now. I'm actually getting emails from people saying, I don't think I can make this Saturday because I'm busy. So it'll pick up again come the fall once people get back to their life. That's what I think.
Very good, my friend. Any other committee reports? No, I don't see anybody else. So understand this club will be run by rules and laws. Old business. As announced in the Wednesday emails and on the Saturday radio nets, the club will be continuing to take the message of amateur radio to the general public. As conditions permit, the club will undertake activations at various parks around town, road trips to away parks, and starting a Parks on the Air group. We do need a coordinator for this last venture. Please contact me if you have interest in doing that. A past trip report, a week ago, we went to the Pecos ruins and the hamming around New Mexico. I was hoping Yule might have been on today to give us a little report, but I'll go ahead and do that. We all met, not all of us, the vast majority of us met at about 10 o'clock at the Denny's near the intersection of 550 and I-25, and we carpooled up to the Pecos ruins. We then met with Eric, our ranger guide / that Yule had made all these arrangements with, and then he had us caravan behind him up to the area of the Glorieta Pass where the Civil War battle took place up there. And there was a trail we followed, maybe half mile, I guess it was. It wasn't an overly hot day. It was a warm day. So we took it easy, made sure everybody had water and no one had any issues whatsoever taking this little half-mile walk. Eric was extremely knowledgeable on all aspects of the battle as it took place there at Glorieta Pass. It was very, very entertaining, and he made sure to make it an inclusive presentation, like the cat is. We went from there back down to the visitor center and up to the upper parking lot, up where the big church is. And they had a nice shady structure there where we could sit and have lunch, set up the radios, put up an antenna, and start seeing who we could find. Well, gosh darn it, I wished I'd had that a little more handy. We did touch base with a feller up in Wyoming who used to live here in Albuquerque, believe it or not, working Parks on the Air up in Wyoming. Bill, do you remember his call sign? Okay. Jeff, I think his name was, but I could be wrong. In any event, I made a contact with him, and then Thomas's Sip's daughter, gal about 12 or so, has her license. And so I'm sitting there and I handed the microphone to her and I said, go ahead and call him. You know, we're making contact. We're plugged in on either end. And so she did, and let him know that he was her first HF contact. And she just exploded with excitement, making a contact that far away. We were listening to a feller in Brazil, I think it was. He was coming into us really, really good, but our little 80-watt station could not outmaneuver the wink, wink, nod, nod 1,500-watt stations that we're talking with him. Although we tried for literally a half hour, and not just me, it was everybody giving a shot at it. So we were there. The place closes at 5, and it, you know, all of a sudden it was 5 o'clock. We were having so much fun. And so everybody headed home from there talking about, gosh darn it, we're really looking forward to the next one. So that's our little trip report on there. Is there any other old business anyone would like to talk about? I see a hand raised, Mr. Ed.
Hi, the program Outback New Mexico has been very busy for the past 4 or 5 weeks. We've gone on 4 different expeditions to remote, emphasis on the word remote, places, very scenic areas too, I might add. Pictures of those outings are posted on the webpage. We've gone to the Manzano mountain foothills, or foothills of the Manzano Mountains, into the prairie, where we had to drive through a herd of goats to get to the spot from which we wanted to transmit. We've been to Dead Man Peak in the Ojita Wilderness. Behind me, and most recently, last Thursday, but today's Saturday, was a week ago Thursday, we went to the Guadalupe Ruins, which is in the Ojita Wilderness so it's 29 miles off road. So not a lot of participation. A few hams came with us. Interesting on the Guadalupe Ruins trip, because there was an ISS pass about 11 o'clock. We stopped in the middle, and the picture of that is also on the webpage, and made 3 contacts through the FM voice repeater on the International Space Station. So we bring a lot of stuff with us when we go on these outings. And as you can see from the background in back of me, they're very scenic and they really shouldn't be missed. And I do encourage those who have an SUV of any kind. We generally don't go in rock climbing with the Jeeps. And it's the, the very few people we meet along the way, including ranchers on whose property we inadvertently trespassed, were very interested in the fact that we were ham radio. The fact that we can make contact into the Albuquerque repeaters on 2 meters from sites where they don't even have cell phone coverage was very impressed by one of the ranchers. And so we left some information with him. So the Parks on the Air thing is very interesting. And I do that often on my own, but would happily do that with the group, and have quite a bit of experience listing it and getting it posted on their website. But Outback New Mexico is going along strong, and we do wish that more people would come and join us. All of the activities are posted, usually with pictures, on the High Desert's website prior to leaving. So you're all welcome. We'll have some fun. Generally, I bring the radio for HF and VHF, and I bring us a satellite gear if we're going to get a good pass on either the ESO-50 or the International Space Station. Back to you, David.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Ed. Sounds like a lot of fun. I wish I had the opportunity to go out there. Other old business, I suppose it's old business because it has just concluded the tailgate for today. My brother and I went down there, and there was not as many sellers as there might have been in just the most recent one. I guess that was in March or something like that. Of course, it was a little bit warmer today, and people were already leaving by the time we got there at 8:30. Walked around, met a lot of the High Desert folks and other people we haven't seen for quite some time, literally. I want to thank Ken, KO5 Yankee, for putting this on. Tentatively, he has planned September the 18th, which for another tailgate there. And I did speak with Bill Heller from Socorro, and he did tell me that they are going to go forward with their October Socorro Ham Fest. And so I'll be championing his cause to the folks up here. They're a little short of funds this year since they don't have the hotel occupancy money to help advertise it, is what he was saying to me. So spread the word that probably the third Saturday in October. Keep an eye on their website, or keep an eye on our website. Our good friend Roger from Wired Communications drove over from Phoenix, and I made sure to stop by and talk with him and say, thank you very much. Here's some money. Kenneth said, thank you very much. Here's some money. Yeah, there's some money. Speaking about putting money in people's hands, I noticed there was a table there for the Upper Rio FM Society. Evidently, one of their towers is gone down, and they're trying to raise funds to get that thing back up. And they had little trinket things to sell to try to raise funds. And so Kenneth and I found Jim, KF5FI, and handed him a fistful of dollars, and he was absolutely stunned. What? Yeah, we're members, dude. Here, take all this money. So he was very grateful for that. So if you have a few spare dollars and you're a member of the Upper Rio FM, they're looking for some contributions to get that tower back up, or a new one, or whatever they're doing. So there's a report from the tailgate today. 3 times they pulled tickets. 3 times I did not win a radio. Did not have the luck of Bill Mader. And I want to go to Robert Ween now on new business for Field Day. Thank you, Robert. Go ahead and tell us a story.
Yes, this will be an interesting story. First off, we attempted to get Tingley Beach, which is located off of Central, just east of the Rio Grande. I had gone down there several times to talk with the curator at the biopark. I had met her over there in person about getting some picnic tables for the for field day. Unfortunately, things didn't quite work out like I planned. So eventually we had to drop that idea. So that went out the window. I ended up talking with the Sandia Vista Club, which is in Placitas, about possibly us joining them. But we decided it would be in our better interest to have our own dedicated field day. So that went. It looked like for a short time we weren't going to have a field day, but thanks to Dave, he was able to scrounge up a Haynes Park, which is located on right off 19th Avenue and 528. It's actually just south of the hotel, which I stayed at the Hilton when I moved out here in January of 2020. So I drove by the park the other day just to look at it. It looks great. It has full facilities for our field day. Unfortunately, the park closes at 10 o'clock, so we won't be able to do an overnight session for the field day. So it'll be limited just to Saturday, approximately, I believe, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. when the park closes. So we can probably get in 10 to 12 hours of good field day activities. So we're looking for volunteers to help out to set up the antennas and receivers and everything over there. And I'll try to bring some eats for us if I can find some. People can tell me what they want. We'll plan that accordingly for the day. But anyway, we need a few people to help set up in the morning to get up and running. I believe the field day starts for us at 11. I believe I have to look at the time, but for across the U.S. But anyway, we'll figure all that out. Anyway, so I mean that's kind of what's happening. So we are going to have a field day. It just will be for Saturday only, not for Sunday. And hopefully next year, I'm going to try and maybe get Cabazon Park and get it several months in advance, so we'll have a full-blown 24-hour field day like we normally do. I had a field day back in Maryland when I was living over there. They're actually having one this year at the park where I had it in 2019, and they're doing a full 48-hour field day for their club. But anyway, so at least we have a field day, and we really have to thank Dave for all the effort he did to get this going. So thank you, Dave. And that's pretty much my report.
Good deal. Thank you very much. I just want to cover this real quick. Field day, June 26, Haynes Park. Due to the COVID restrictions, we cannot operate overnight. I did ask. The park closes at 10. There are public restrooms. If you Google Haynes Park, you'll see all the amenities that they have there. We'll be setting up between 9 and 10. Operations start at noon. Bring your food, water, and a chair. Everyone is cordially invited to attend and spend some time enjoying ham radio. Speaking about enjoying ham radio, I wanted to show you these shirts that Ewell made. This one's Becky's. It says HDARC University, and she majored in dual band. Mine, below the belly, majored in HFDX and dual band. And then on the back of the shirts, they have High Desert Amateur Radio Club, class of 1988, when Becky and I got our licenses, emeritus. Now, these are available to anybody. If you would like to have a shirt like this made for you, it's got the name and call sign on the front of it there. Kenneth and I wore our shirts today out at the tailgate, and everybody was taking notice. As a matter of fact, afterwards, we went to eat at Wex, and I tell you, every head in there was going, who, what, who, what? So if you're interested, contact me or Ewell, and the folks over at Rio Rancho T-shirt made these, and or you can just call them and let them know what you're looking for, the HDARC University. They have all that stuff in their computers.
David, if I may,
Yes, you may.
I have posted pictures in the promotion of that T-shirt on the website, under the High Desert's website, under our store.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you very much.
They've got that.
Okay, any other new business? Any general discussions? Okay, let's talk about, we need to fill 3 vacancies on the board. We're taking nominations, and the results of the vote will be announced at the general meeting in July. The directors' seats being filled were vacated by failure to comply with the bylaws, specifically paragraph 6, in that they failed to keep their dues current. As of the below date, could no longer hold office or vote. Bill Firth, his dues were not current as of March the 2nd. John Scott, dues not current as of March the 2nd and are still unpaid. He is no longer a member. Bill Kent, dues not current as of April the 2nd and still unpaid. He is no longer a member. Nominations will be accepted by email sent to the High Desert Amateur Radio Club president, my call sign N6SIK at ARRL.net. Is there any other business to come before this meeting? Okay, I would like to entertain.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
I understand. I received an email from the forwarding service when you do an application on the webpage that Bill Kent has renewed his membership. I understand from you that it's a check and the check needs to clear. Does that mean that he gets, when the check clears in a couple of weeks, does he get to go back to the board of directors?
No, he's renewing a new membership or starting a new membership. Again, paragraph 6 clearly states membership is for 12 months. And he did not keep his membership current. It also states your membership must be current in order to vote or hold office. He allowed his membership to lapse, and here it is months past and has still not been renewed, despite many, many, many messages from me to everyone. Please renew your dues. Please renew your dues. So does that help answer your question?
Yes, I just wanted to make that point.
Okay. Okay.
Available to the club that he did
Beautiful.
pay or has paid subsequent to that. I have also not paid, and the reason being is the club owes me a substantial amount of money, and I didn't see the point of paying dues for $30 when they owe me almost $600.
I understand that, and as soon as I can get a hold of the club funds,
Yeah.
I can make you
Okay.
square. But see, Ed, that's 2 separate issues.
No, I understand it. It just that gets my ire up a little bit, and that's
It
where I am.
would send me over the edge.
I'm not over the edge, but I'm.
Ewell is owed a Tony Lama boot box full of cash too. But until we
so
can get the
Terry
club
too, yeah.
funds to take care of the
Yeah.
club people,
Got it.
you
No,
need
I
to-
understand it. It's just
need to make
I'll
sure your
adju-
dues are current.
I'll take care of that. I do have a side question. I didn't want to take up too much time. You had mentioned that the club got
left or right?
a laptop.
Yes,
Okay, and I need to pick that up from you so that I can so I can load it with some software so
Yep.
that it could be used for your field day.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I got to make arrangements with you to pick it up sometime this week.
okay. Yeah, just give me a jingle
All
a
right.
little later on and
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
We'll set some up. Bye-bye.
yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Any other business to come before this meeting? Okay, looking for a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make the motion to adjourn.
Okay, Ken Ham makes the motion to adjourn. Do I have a second?
I'll
Hello,
second it.
Joanna. Hello, Joanna. I'll take your second. So I guess we're all in favor of that adjournment. Yes. Okay. Time for
Aye.
today's presentation.
Oh,
Time for today. Yeah, wait a minute. Let me change. Let me get my 8-track